bring that down to the small business level. This is the start of internationalizing your small business. Simple but scary. This sort of thought process might be for you. Hello, welcome to the new video on the Culture Business YouTube channel. My name's Jake, and today I really wanted to talk about something that I absolutely love, which is international business, but bring that down to the small business level. While there aren't many areas that small businesses can operate within internationally, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't be thinking on an international scale, because ultimately that's the ballpark that we're all playing in at the moment. And just thinking this way could eventually lead to you being able to run your business internationally, which is something that we'll touch upon at the end of the video. Small businesses, on the most part, think about their target audience as a location. This could be because they have a physical location and they want to target the people around it. They have good connections in the local community, so they automatically use those to develop a good, strong target audience. Or it could be the fact that they simply don't know what they would do if they weren't targeting the local audience. Well, whilst this isn't bad, it does automatically mean that you're not thinking on the large international or even national scale. As I said, this isn't inherently a bad thing. In fact, there are lots of ways that you can develop a business by focusing just on the local community. And there are plenty of videos that we've made in the past about this, so go and check them out in the rest of our channel. But if you're a business that has noticed a pattern of international big businesses coming to a local area or local businesses going onto the international stage, then this sort of thought process might be for you. The idea that I'm going international, so I'm just going to sell my products in America, is a daunting thought, but rightly so, because that's not the way you should be doing things. This thought process that I'm going to talk about, which is called Varieties of Capitalism, is a kind of gateway to thinking internationally and then therefore operating more effectively internationally. Varieties of Capitalism goes against the term capitalism being a definition in and of itself. The way that you sell your products is different to the way another business in a different country would sell their products, even though you're using the same capitalistic system. National economies adjust businesses by allowing them to use the opportunities that are more readily available to them because of what those national economies do better than others. I like to use the example of a cafe because it's surprisingly versatile. A cafe in England, in the UK, would be more suited to producing a higher quality cup of coffee than a cafe in India, for example. Not only are the employee costs more expensive, but the shipping costs of getting coffee from warmer climates over to the UK is more expensive. So therefore, they would have to charge more per cup of coffee to reap the profit margin that they need. And it's more likely that a consumer is going to pay more for a good cup of coffee than a bad cup of coffee. So they're more suited, because of the national economy, to make a high quality cup of coffee. You can see straight away that businesses are tailored to their national economy. You can see that the institutions that your business is supported by means that your key strategies can differ from other countries. You've got to think of your country on a nationwide scale and find out what your country is more suited to as a whole, and therefore what your business may be more successful at. So that was lesson 1, seeing where your business is situated in a wider world. And if you stuck with us this far, that's really good, because Varieties of Capitalism is not an easy topic to get your head around. Now, we will move on to how this could help your business go international. We've established that different countries are better at certain things than others, and businesses are molded to that. So when you want to go against the dominant economic models of your country, what should you do? In a globalized world, just go and get someone else to do it. Let's go back to our cafe example, but instead the Indian cafe. They decide to do some market research and discover that there is a huge target audience for high quality coffee. Their business has been tailored to the Indian economic model, so what do? Their staff aren't highly trained enough, and they don't have strong trade links or deals and connections with other businesses that produce those high quality coffee. Rather than investing in training, developing new business opportunities, and perhaps even changing the company culture, hypothetically, they could just get the British cafe to do it for them. Although, yes, they can't really ship a load of coffee over. We can see the reverse in clothing. The cheap labour in Asia has been on the news for years and been used for years because you can get it done cheaper in Asia and just ship it over to the UK. This is the start of internationalising your small business. Simple but scary. Remember that finding a supplier isn't just about price, it's about your business, your national economy and the international economy as well. Remember to look at your institutions, find out what they do well and what you can advance in, and how other people can help you do that. You might be thinking, well, this isn't me being international, this is just me being supplied from an international business. Well, hold your horses. Firstly, remember this transaction goes both ways. You can be supplied to and also supply other countries. But also, the main reason that international ventures go kaput is because people jump ahead of themselves. Merging with a different type of capitalism, a different culture in a different country is a long and difficult process to get your head around. So don't go rushing into it. This thought process that we've been talking about the whole time is part of the way to go step by step into a different country to secure business for the long run rather than just running full steam and hoping that it works. This process allows a sturdy platform for the next step. So back to the cafe example again. You realise that your services have been called on more and more. You've explored the different types of capitalism, the ins and outs of working with different partners. You've created a strong trade link with one cafe and perhaps even more cafes. Now this is your opportunity to go international by developing a cafe in India. You now have a global production network, knowledge of the target audience, understanding of competitors and talented staff. You may even have your product or brand recognised already by it being sold through other cafes. Don't you think this is a more stable and productive way to move internationally than just going into it? Of course, there is more detail to that, but you can see how adopting this varieties of capitalism mindset will give you a better chance of taking hold in an international environment rather than just going into it and hoping for the best. To recap, different economies are better at different things than others. So don't paddle upstream, just get someone else to do it for you. Use this as a platform for internationalisation, and once you have this established chain, you can reduce the psychic distance between you and your international market of choice. The culture is very difficult, so make sure to get a really good understanding of this before you go into it. In doing so, you reduce the liability of foreigners by increasing your knowledge. And once this is all established, you also have trust between your business and the international market. So yes, internationalisation is very scary, but it doesn't have to be so daunting. You can take it step by step and create a stable connection between you, your business, and a different country. If you've liked this video, go below and like this video. And if you want to talk about it a bit more with me, then comment and I will get back to you. And above everything else, a little like and subscribe combo would be really great, just to make sure that I can see you in the next video.